Hey guys, welcome to South Carolina and welcome to a new video for BMW Blog. We're here actually with BMW to test a lot of cars. Actually, there are about 110 cars, but that's not the point of this video. I just want to show you a very special project that took place a few weeks ago. So this is the BMW X2 M35i, the 2024 model, but it's not your regular X2. This particular one actually competed in the 2023 Rebelle Rally. It's a rally that takes place in the US and it actually won second place. And the best part of it is that BMW didn't really have to modify the car too much. So let's talk about that first. Basically, the only major upgrade to the car, it's the under panel. So if you would look under there, maybe you can't really see it, but essentially they replaced that plastic panel underneath the car with a metal one in order to protect the radiator, the steering rack, and all of that. And essentially, that's really the only major upgrade on the car. Aside from that, as you can see, it's your typical BMW X2. You might be wondering, why does it have the camouflage tape right there? Well, essentially this project started before the car was unveiled a few weeks ago. It was a prototype, so they have to show that this is a pre-production series car and not the final version. Moving on. As you can see, maybe if you go up close, it's got a matte finish. Of course, it's frozen Portimao blue, but on top of this, they actually applied an X-Pel film to protect the paint. So that's maybe a minor upgrade to the car. Of course, you move to the side, you will see brand new tires and wheels. And as you can see, they are a little bit different than what you see on the regular car. They're still 19 inches inside because they have to accommodate for the M Sport brakes, which by the way, have the red calipers. The tires are from Falcon, and you can see they're actually quite different because you need them for the off-road component, because Rebelle Rally, it's all about the off-road component. Of course, the wheels are also custom made for the car, or maybe not custom made, but they're custom fitted to the car. Moving to the side, of course, you have all these applications on it to show the car competing in the Rebelle Rally. You can see some micro scratches there. Of course, you can see some micro scratches on the mirror cap, so clearly the car has been through some rough times, but it did manage to win second place. Naturally, you have a roof rack. Of course, you have to get those two spare tires, and I believe they had to use one of them if I recall correctly. You have some lights on top, of course, naturally, because you are navigating at night as well. Other than that, from the side, there are really no other upgrades down to the car. Now, if you go to the back, you won't see much either. Of course, you have this toe strap right here. You saw it in the front as well, but other than that, it's really your stock BMW M35i, X2 M35i. Speaking of that, this is the top of the line new BMW X2. It makes 312 horsepower and you can go from 0 to 60 in about 5.2 seconds. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to drive the car here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The press launch is in a few months and we'll have a chance to drive this one and also the electric version of the X2. I'm actually even more interested to be driving exactly this car because it looks quite cool. So hopefully in the future, BMW will actually let us take this car onto an off-road course and see what it can do. It's still quite fascinating that a car like the X2, which doesn't have a very high ground clearance and all of that, managed to compete in a rally, but nonetheless, it shows that the car is quite capable, and I'm assuming you can do even better with larger SUVs. Moving to the side, maybe let's just take a final look before I let you go. I don't think I can open the door, but if you look inside, you will actually see it's your stock configuration, so nothing has been changed inside. So, and then the other interesting part actually of this Rebelle Rally is the fact that BMW actually had to turn off the GPS navigation inside the car, so you have to use the old school printed maps to map your route and do all the calculations. So the GPS was turned off. Of course, I asked, what about cell phones? Apparently cell phones have to go into a cell phone box, which will block the signal and all of that, and you're not able to use an actual GPS navigation. So very cool. Of course, there is a lot of story behind this Rebelle Rally. It's only ran by female drivers, by women drivers, and that's quite exciting. And if you want to learn more about this, I'm going to leave a link in the description to learn about this project and also about the Rebelle Rally. So once again, this was it, the BMW X2 M35i for Rebelle Rally from South Carolina. Stay tuned for a lot more videos coming up. Thank you for watching.